Goddess Ristarte, expecting to summon a chiseled warrior dripping with power, ends up with Seiya, a socially bankrupt, zero-rizz gym rat who's never even held hands with a chick, let alone clapped one. Every goddess is down bad for this sexy bastard, but he is a true Andrew Tate fan. Let's see how this loser saves the world and creates a harem of goddesses. So, this is the divine realm where all the gods and goddesses gather for promotion, and this time, Ristarte is chosen to become a better goddess. Everyone cheers her on, and she is very excited to be a helping hand in saving the world. She wants to use her abilities for the betterment of the damned planets, but things take a quick turn when Ristarte is appointed as the S-class goddess. She is frustrated and scared to death because being an S-class goddess means that she will have to take down the S-class demon king ruling the world. Even the strongest gods and goddesses avoid such worlds, but Ristarte isn't going down without a fight. However, when going through the list of heroes, she quickly throws a tantrum because the list only contains losers like you and they don't have exceptional stats. A paper comes on her mouth and she starts choking on it. Turns out that it was the paper of an extremely powerful human. Ristarte quickly gets rizzed up by seeing the stats, and she finally has a hope to become a better goddess. She wastes no time in summoning the hero, and Seiya gets teleported into this freaky world. Seeing his black hair and glossy eyes, the goddess gets lewd thoughts, but the relationships between gods and humans are forbidden. She quickly maintains her composure, and in some expensive English language, she explains that he has been summoned here to save the world of Gaia Brande. But Seiya is a cocky brat, and he has no interest in saving a random world with freaky goddesses. Ristarte gets pissed, but she keeps her cool and tells him that he has some extraordinary stats for a hero, so he is the only one who can save Gaia Brande because the gods can't interfere in the human matters. Seiya still has no interest in the goddess or her plan, so Ristarte opens a portal to the other world. Seiya calmly declines going with her, and Ristarte is taken off guard. Most heroes would have fallen for her beauty by now, but Seiya is a tough nut to crack. He starts going his way to find a way out, but Ristarte tells him that she will be her right-hand man and will heal him if he gets hurt. But Seiya says that he will instantly die because Ristarte is no good, so he makes a deal. He takes off his shirt and the goddess thinks that he is about to fulfill her dreams. However, Seiya starts doing push-ups to make himself stronger. Ristarte is confused as she has never seen such a weird person, and that's when she remembers that she neglected an important personality trait of Seiya. This loser is incredibly cautious. She goes to her goddess friend named Arya and explains the Seiya situation. Arya is very supportive and she tells her to give the hero some time because he is taking on a S-class world, which is quite difficult. She also reminds Ristarte that she needs to look after Seiya and whether she provides him food or not. Ristarte quickly rushes to give him some food, and as she enters, her mouth starts to water after seeing Seiya's abs. She gives him the food, but Seiya thinks that there might be poison in it. Ristarte gets pissed, so she eats it first and leaves a bell for him so he can ring it whenever he's ready. However, Seiya thinks that the bell is an explosive. 4 days pass by, and Seiya finally rings the bell. Ristarte rushes to his room and...
Sexy.
Yeah, this bitch is down bad. She asks him about his training. Turns out that he leveled up to level 15 by just some push-ups, and Ristarte wastes no time taking him to the other world. They find a town and go to the blacksmith, but instead of buying weapons, the overly cautious hero buys 3 sets of armor. Ristarte goes crazy after seeing this and tells him to shut up as she buys the weapons. After buying a bunch of smoke bombs and medicinal herbs, they find a slime, and Seiya quickly hides. Ristarte tells her that it is okay because slimes are the weakest creatures, and Seiya pulls out his 2 mightiest moves to take out that slime. But he doesn't stop there and uses the moves 10 times to perish even the atoms, while our useless goddess is catching strays of the blasts. As they decide to continue their journey, a demon king named Chaos pops up, who's at level 66. She wasn't supposed to be here, as she is one of the 4 commanders of the Demon King, but this is a S-class world. Ristarte completely forgot that her usual tactics won't work here, but as she is thinking about how to save their lives, Seiya is already running away like a maniac, leaving the goddess behind. Chaos tries to take them out, but Seiya uses a smoke bomb to distract her. He tells Ristarte to open the portal and get them out of there, but Chaos isn't going to let them leave so easily. However, Seiya uses his Hell's Fire ability to make some time for them to escape. Ristarte falls on Seiya, and he throws her into a wall because he ain't trying to smash right now. He needs to train more, so he throws the freaky goddess outside and tells her not to bother him until he is ready. 2 days pass by and there is nothing from Seiya, so Rista uses the magic globe to stalk Chaos. But the dirty hag already knows what they are up to, so she shows Rista that she has taken over the town, and in every 10 minutes, she will pop off someone's head if they don't come back. Just like that, she beheads a person and is amused to see the red fountain. Rista quickly rushes to Seiya, but he is so scared that he doesn't want to face the demon. Rista shows him that another person is going to get beheaded any minute now, but Seiya still doesn't obey her. The daughter cries for her father, but Chaos tells her that she will be next. Seiya pays a deaf ear to this and continues his exercise. Rista is too shocked to see this because she never expected someone to be this selfish. She calls Seiya a coward and tells him that she made the worst mistake by summoning him. As Rista prepares to leave, she tells the bastard that he is the worst hero the world has ever seen. Suddenly, Seiya gets up and prepares for the battle because now he is at level 21. Rista is confident that Seiya can defeat that bitch now, but he bonks her on the head because he wants her to transfer them a bit far from the Demon King. Chaos is getting bored, so she decides to make sushi of Nina's dad. But suddenly, Seiya arrives and throws a wind attack at Chaos. She quickly dodges it, and Rista wonders when he got this new move. The Demon King uses her magical eye to see Seiya's stats, and she pisses her pants when she sees that the bastard is already stronger than her. So instead of going toe-to-toe with him, Chaos upgrades herself, giving her a huge power boost while shrinking her clothing.
Nice.
Rista is scared to see this, and Chaos quickly teleports to take out Seiya, but he manages to dodge it with ease. Chaos still hasn't gone full berserker, so she transforms into an ogre by stabbing her sword in the chest. Rista knows that they are now only delaying their death, and it is inevitable. Chaos flies in the air to throw a Superman punch at Seiya, and Rista thinks that he is dead. However, Seiya emerges from the dust, holding Chaos's punch like a goat. Rista is concerned, so she tries to check his stats, but Seiya has used the fake out ability to turn off his stats. After trying 100 times, Rista finally breaks it and sees that Seiya is already close to a demon lord. He has been faking his stats since the start, so Chaos runs away. She prepares her mightiest move, but Seiya jumps in the air and uses the Phoenix Drive to take her out in a single hit. Everyone is impressed to see this, but they don't know that Seiya is overly cautious. He gathers the demonic remains of Chaos and starts using Hellfire. Everyone gets scared and runs for their lives. In the end, he uses the Inferno magic to burn down the whole town. Rista is tired of this bastard, and as they are leaving, Seiya asks Rista if she can create better magical weapons using her god powers. But the gods can't use their magic outside the divine realm as it is against the law, so Seiya tells her that she's utterly useless. Rista is pissed as Seiya calls her useless, and the duo returns to the divine realm. Rista goes to Arya and tells her that Seiya is making pretty good progress, but he is always doing push-ups, squats, and working on his abs. He is not interested in moving forward and is always so cautious. Arya tells her to cheer up a bit and give some time to Seiya, but Rista can't help it. She admires Arya for being a perfect goddess who has saved countless worlds, and yet Arya says that she isn't perfect. Out of 300 worlds, she failed to save one of them due to a grave mistake. To change the mood, Arya gets up to get some more tea, and Seiya bangs in. Arya gets rizzed by his amazing body and physique, and Rista thinks that she is a pervert. Seiya explains that he has hit a roadblock and can't level up, so Rista is finally excited because it's time to take out the demons. However, Seiya can't take the risk of going face to face with monsters, so Arya comes forward and tells him that he can train with a god. The gods won't kill him, and he will gain more experience points and training in that way. Seiya likes the idea, but Rista pulls Arya, saying that they can't promise him something like this because both of them are good for nothing. Arya tells her not to worry because she knows the right person for this. They go to Cerseus, who is the best swordsman among the gods. They decide to do the training after trash-talking a bit, but one day passes, and Rista asks Cerseus how their training is going. Cerseus puts a brave face and says that the guy is good but not enough. The next day, Cerseus looks a bit frustrated, and during the third day, he loses it when Rista asks him about the training. Rista finds Cerseus hiding at the beach, and the poor lad explains that Seiya has already gotten 3 times stronger than him, but he wants to keep moving forward until he is 100 times stronger. Suddenly, Seiya appears and takes Cerseus for more training, but he throws his blade in the water as he doesn't want to train anymore, but still he gets dragged by Seiya. As they are talking, Arya arrives and tells Rista that Ishtar wants to talk to her, so she leaves Curseus in Seiya's hands. Ishtar tells Rista that the world is in danger and they should immediately head there. Arya goes to find Seiya, who's bitch-slapping Cersus in the name of training. She tells him to stop torturing the poor bastard as they need to go to Gaia Brandai. So, the duo goes to the town, but everyone is leaving because the zombies are coming for them. They go to the merchant for some holy water and take it to the church where the allies are waiting. The father greets them and Seiya uses the holy water on it. Everyone is confused, but suddenly the father turns into a zombie. He attacks them, but Seiya takes the old bastard out without even moving. The zombie can still talk after getting torn into pieces, so Rista knows what's coming and she takes everyone outside the church. Just like that, Seiya uses the maximum inferno and destroys the whole church. The sister faints out and the heroes introduce themselves as Mash and Elulu. Seiya starts to pour holy water on them to see and even checks it on Rista, but all of them are human. Rista checks their stats and although they are low level, she believes that they will become better once they start fighting. However, Seiya's look on the face shows that they are way out of his league. Seiya tells the brats to go away as they are a hard pass and he can't work with such low-level heroes. Mash gets pissed and wants to go toe-to-toe with him when suddenly the Imperial Knights arrive and they inquire about the situation. The sister tells that all of this happened because of the undead, but thanks to the goddess and the heroes, she was saved. However, 10,000 undead are on their way here, so they should be prepared. The knights apologize for causing a disruption, and Seiya asks for money like the beggar he is.
This is business!
He quickly flies in the air, and Rista uses her magic ability to summon some wings and barely manages to catch the beggar. She runs out of energy, so Seiya takes her to the place of the undead knights. And it doesn't seem like she had a good ride. Our stinky goddess turned into a stinky plucked pigeon. Seiya ignores her stupid ass and casts a magic spell that summons an asteroid to kill the undead in one big hit. After that, they go back to the town where Elulu is worried about her brother because he hasn't returned in 2 days. They go to check out on Seiya, who has synthesized a new weapon using Rista's hair. And our stinky goddess isn't happy about that, but at least she isn't completely useless. Suddenly, a magical mirror is delivered, and at first, Rista makes some naughty poses before the second Heavenly King reveals himself. He has captured Mash and is constantly torturing him. He takes a knife and puts it on Mash's neck, but just when he is about to blow the head off, Seiya uses his new sword to cut his arm by tearing through the fabrics of time. They quickly go to the Divine Realm to save time and ask Ishtar to teleport them where Mash is being held. And just as they are teleported, Seiya uses his Hell's Fire to take out the bastard. This gives Rista the time to save and heal Mash. But the old king isn't going to back down without a fight, so he summons his darkest virus soul to kill Seiya. It has max stats and its defenses are max. The king brags about it and says that the only way to kill it is by using an oscillatory wave and ice magic to harden its body. Saying this out loud was his greatest mistake, and Seiya dashes towards him with supersonic speed to create an oscillatory wave.
I'm fast as boy.
The Demon King is shocked to see this, but the virus is still active, so Seiya punches him. But thanks to his ice bracelet he made, the shadow turn into a hardened body. After that, Seiya dashes into the bastard with his phoenix sword and kills it instantly. Rista knows what will happen now and tells the hero to take his time. Saying this, they leave, and Seiya gets ready to give this skeleton some PTSD. After a while, Mash wakes up, and Elulu is very happy to see him finally awake. Rista explains that he went unconscious after they saved his sorry ass. Seiya comes in and Mash appreciates him for saving his life, but he didn't have to. Our hero tells him to stop being a crybaby, and Mash begs for Seiya to make him his apprentice and he will carry his bags. The cautious hero agrees, but first Mash wants Seiya to go to the dragon's den because in the Nagasi, a dragon came years ago and they were born from his blood. The myths say that there is a divine sword in the den which can take out the demon lord. Rista knows that Seiya loves magic weapons, but he first wants to go back to the divine realm for training. They go on to find our beloved punching bag, but he is nowhere to be found. Rista looks here and there, but she can't find him, and suddenly she sees that Cersus is cooking something. The poor man quickly hides as he has gone insane after training with Seiya. He tells them that swords are very dangerous and now he is baking full time. Seiya asks if he can still fight and the man starts crying like a baby, but this time Mash will be the one to train with Curseus. He looks at Mash's stats and wonders if he is using fake out magic, but unfortunately he isn't. So the old man finally gets into his senses after seeing someone weaker than him. Next, they go to Hezataka to train Ilulu with fire magic. Now, only Seiya is left to train, but he can't find anyone. Suddenly, Rista collides with Valkyrie, who is the goddess of destruction. She gets pissed because she has anger issues, but violating Rista's melons calm her down, and she leaves. Seiya thinks that she can train him, but Rista tells him to stop because she is just too powerful. Without paying an ear, Seiya goes to Valkyrie and calls out her BDSM outfit, which pisses her off. The sick bastard is about to be killed when Arya arrives and requests Valkyrie to leave the human. Valkyrie agrees in return that she gets to violate Arya too. And Seiya thinks, how did this perverted BDSM become a goddess? They take Seiya to Adenella, who is the god of war. Adenella has a weird personality, and when Arya asks her to train Seiya, she starts laughing sinisterly. She quickly teleports behind them and is impressed that Seiya can follow her movements. They go straight to training, and after 2 days, Rista meets Cerseus and Mash, who are training well. But when she goes to see Seiya, Adenella is outside, taking a break, but her laugh is still as sinister as it gets. Seiya wonders what the hell she is up to, and also finds it suspicious that she is wearing different clothes the next day. It seems she is also down bad for Seiya. It is time to head back to the S-Class demon world, and Mash has improved a lot, but Ilulu is at the same level. The goddess explains that the girl has no natural talent, so she can't increase her strength. Finally, they go to Seiya, who is waiting for Adenella because she wanted to give him something. The goddess arrives with a bridal look and offers cake to Seiya because she wants to join his party. Seiya disrespects her, saying that he isn't into cakes and lolis. This pisses off the goddess of war and she goes berserker, but Seiya doesn't care and they enter the demon world. Suddenly, an orc appears and Mash is ready to take it down, but Seiya uses his phoenix to kill it. A horde of ants and a talking tree appears as well, but the phoenix doesn't give a chance to anyone and takes them down with ease. They reach a town to buy some torches, and Mash suggests they should buy 50, but Seiya says that 500 should be the minimum. However, they end up with just 5 torches, and when they arrive at the cave, we see 2 hand marks of Ilulu and Mash that will open the gate, but instead, Seiya uses his eternal sword ability and destroys the gate. The kids think that they are really useless, but Rista tries to cheer them up. They see a gate which tells them that they will need to stand in it to get teleported to the dragon world. Seiya, being Seiya, is suspicious of this, so he throws a lizard in the gate and it gets teleported. Now, they know that this is not a trap, so they get teleported to the city of dragons where they meet Lagos. Everyone is excited to see the Dragonkins finally return, and they go to the leader, Levi. She is the mother of all dragons, and she takes a look at Mash and transforms him into a dragon newt, increasing his stats by 10 times. Ilulu asks if she can be turned into a dragon newt, but Levi tells her that she has a bigger mission, and that is a sacrifice. This means that Ilulu will be sacrificed in order to gain the mighty weapon, Ixation. Levi explains that the first Dragon Lord foretold that the mighty demon killer weapon can only be brought to life by the sacrifice of a dragonkin born human. The only purpose for Ilulu is to sacrifice herself, and everyone cheers for her. Mash is confused as to what they should do, but there is nothing much they can do. The ceremony will be in the dragon's den at night, so everyone has some time to walk around and think of an alternative. Ilulu is a bit sad, and she asks Rista if she will be sacrificed. Rista is confused because she wants to save this world, but she doesn't want a little girl to be killed. She asks Seiya as to what they should be doing, and the man is talking with the merchant. He buys some speed seeds that can increase the speed of a person 10 times. Rista is pissed as to how can he be so calm in such a situation. Seiya says that it is obvious what should be done with Ilulu. The little girl starts crying and runs away, saying that this is her destiny to fulfill. At night, everyone gathers near the dragon abyss, and a lavish dinner is served. Everyone enjoys it, and some little dragons give them cookies to eat. Seiya is suspicious, but he still eats it. After that, the lights go out, and Ilulu arrives in the sacrificial dress, and all the dragons cheer her up to jump into the abyss. She bids farewell to everyone, but Mash thinks that this is bullshit, so he tries to step in, but the guards stop him. Ilulu also gets second thoughts, but the guards start to push her into the abyss, when suddenly, Seiya kicks the 2 bastards from the bridge, and says that previously when he said it is obvious what should be done, he meant that it is obvious Ilulu can't be sacrificed because who else will carry his bags, if not his bag carriers. Mash also breaks free and wants to save his sister, but thanks to the cookies, the little brat and Rista get paralyzed. It turns out that there was poison in those cookies, but to everyone's disbelief, Seiya is still standing. Levi can't understand what is going on, and Seiya explains that he will never eat some disgusting cookies made by a reptile. Rista is proud of this sick hero, but Levi has enough of this crap, so she strips naked and turns into a giant dragon. The body of a dragon is so tough that even the sharpest blades in the world can't cut it. But Seiya has level 100 backup management skills, so he pulls out a dragon-killing sword from his backpack.
I am always 2 steps ahead.
Levi puts a curse on Alulu, and she will soon die a tragic death. Seiya is really pissed now, so he jumps into action, but Levi uses her ultimate wall to defend herself. Just in case, Seiya had made a spare dragon killer sword, so he pulls it out as well and combines it with the speed seeds and the eternal sword technique. Although it has negligible effect on Levi, she gets pushed to the end of the plank and agrees to take off the curse. However, she was just lying, and Alulu is almost dead, so Seiya has no other option, and as Levi drops her wall, he uses the Phoenix Drive to burn her wings. The bitch falls into the abyss, and Alulu is saved. Suddenly, a sword appears from the abyss, and everyone is happy that they finally got the Exation. As the heroes return, Mash and Alulu move forward, so Rista asks Seiya why he lied to the village that this is the weapon Exation since the sword is definitely powerless. Seiya is impressed that not all blondes are stupid, so he explains that this is just a platinum sword which he used to trick everyone because he didn't want the dragons to believe that their shitty queen died for nothing. As they arrive at the entrance, they get blocked by a bunch of knights and their commander. The commander tells them that they are being attacked by giant demon bugs.
Hell no, to the no, no.